Let me restart this video and pretend that it's the first time we're starting it.
Hi, time now tonight for the Hannity.
Just to smash the. This is the Hannity Huna
Hot seat, and tonight we're joined by a Republican who opposed Kevin McCarthy's bid for Speaker on every single ballot. That is Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert.
He seems really agitated.
Boebert, and she says negotiations with McCarthy have been ongoing.
A Sinatra clip, perhaps? I mean, yeah. That's exactly why I did that. So if you want to be immortalized in a clip, now's your chance.
Since the summer, but that her demands are not being taken seriously.
Yeah, if you want somebody's vote, you have to work for it, you fucking idiot.
Now, meanwhile, Kevin McCarthy.
And while we're watching this, I'd like everybody to keep in mind that Hannity was one of the people that petitioned for Hunter Biden to get a pardon from Trump.
McCarthy's camp is now reportedly trying to determine which of the 20 votes against him are because of a policy disagreement versus a personal vendetta. Here now.
He sounds very mad about this. He sounds really mad. Is the audio okay out there, guys? It looks a little low.
With reaction is Congresswoman Boebert. Now, Congresswoman, you tweet, Town Hall quoted you today saying the president, you said complimentary things about President Trump, needs to tell Kevin McCarthy that, sir, you do not have the votes. It's time to withdraw. Let me turn the tables, Congresswoman. Kevin McCarthy has 203 votes. Your side has 20. So if I'm going
to... You only have 20 votes. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing not giving McCarthy the speaker?
Use your words and your methodology and your math. Isn't it time for you to pack it in?
Why are you doing this? Isn't it time for you to pack it in? Why is he so mad? No audio playing.
Your side to pack it in, considering he has over 200 and you have 20?
Sean, I understand the frustration. I promise you, but
I'm not frustrated. You didn't answer my question.
And we are hearing.
Why is he so fucking angry? Why is he so angry? That is well within their rights to withhold the vote if they don't think McCarthy is worth it.
Hearing from many people who are still voting with
He's acting like a big baby right now.
Kevin McCarthy, who are very supportive of what we're doing, and they're cheering us on. So there are more for us than are against us, and they are waiting for Kevin to cave.
Okay.
You know, the American people are certainly frustrated by...
I'm frustrated by you not answering a direct question.
His direct question is, why aren't you just voting for McCarthy? And she's explaining it.
You said to President Trump, you said earlier today that President Trump needs to tell Kevin McCarthy, you don't have the votes.
We need to come up with a consensus candidate to elect a Speaker of the House.
No, don't let him finish.
You don't have the votes, and it's time to withdraw. He has 203. Your side has 20. Why is it time for him to withdraw and not you when he has so many more votes?
Because his leadership relies on their votes. What is he talking about?
Well, Sean, he needs 218.
So, yeah, standing your ground is good, actually.
And he does not have 218. We've been trying to work this out in private as...
They're not running for speaker, are they, Hannity? Is Lauren Boebert or Matt Gaetz running for fucking speaker?
You said for months, but Kevin McCarthy didn't even want to listen to us until his disappointing midterms. We all want a unified party, but this isn't chaos. It's a functioning constitutional republic. When
bell, bing, 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 bing.
Everything is said and done.
Okay, I like the cliche.
House Republicans will be stronger and better prepared to lead than we ever have before. I believe that this is what our founding fathers intended, and this is showing that our votes are working. Our votes aren't just a cast.
Congresswoman, I'd ask you not to filibuster. Yesterday,
oh, what a pussy.
You voted, and Jim Jordan was your choice. Today, it was Byron Donalds who was your choice. Tomorrow, I don't know who you're going to vote for. But the bottom line is you still only have 20 votes. Let me ask you this. Kevin McCarthy...
I think we're proving that we're open to a menu of options.
Don't filibuster. Just let me meander for like 5 minutes.
You're proving that 20 people don't want Kevin McCarthy at this time. But my question to you is this.
We are proving that there are many options.
My question to you is, did you support Kevin McCarthy's commitments to America? And do you not believe that he's going to follow through on his written promises?
His commitment to America is not as strong as I would like it to be. And we have been working on the rules to change the structure of how Washington, D.C. is run and operated. Sean, you know more than anybody how broken this town is. This is something that we have an opportunity.
He is so mad that she is just clipping him on everything.
To rebuild, to restructure.
Congresswoman,
and it takes the right tools and the right leadership to do that.
Border security, energy independence, debt reduction,
and when
earmarks.
We asked him to put forward the Texas-built border plan, he refused.
And then, well, he's willing to bring back the exact plan that worked under Donald Trump. And then he also has pledged investigations into the FBI and DOJ, the influence peddling of the Biden family.
He had to make concessions to his own party. That should be reason enough to not vote for him.
The origins of COVID and Anthony Fauci, the withdrawal from Afghanistan.
My question is, right speaker.
Do you support?
And it's not going to be Kevin McCarthy.
Do you support all of those agenda items he promised?
Of course I do, but I do not trust Kevin McCarthy at this point to deliver on those promises, especially when I go into good faith negotiations with him, and then he comes out and lies about what those conversations were, saying that members demanded
that's your characterization. He's not here to answer.
We want.
So let me ask you this.
He's already apologized to one member in private because he won't apologize to him in public for spreading lies about that meeting.
Here's my question. So,
God bless. She is just roasting Hannity.
So you and others fought hard for a motion to vacate, with only 5 Republicans able to trigger that motion. Kevin McCarthy didn't want to give it to you, but he did give it to you in the end. To me, that's kind of an insurance policy. Can I finish?
But he didn't all the way. He did not.
Wait a minute.
Sure.
He gave you what you asked for. And one of the things that I've been asking people, I'm asking you tonight, who is your final choice for Speaker? And if you can't get more than, let's say, 30 votes, will you follow your own advice that you were asking Donald Trump? And which?
Hey, boys, look what I got here. Hey, where are the white women at?
I forgot about that donation. Hannity proves himself to be a fucking shill. He can go suck Pelosi's balls. I will never let anybody forget that he petitioned Trump to give Hunter Biden a full pardon. Hannity personally did that. He is a neocon shill embedded with all of the rhinos and the Biden and Pelosi and that ilk. It's just who he is. Thank you, Fustonia.
Draw.
There are certainly names that are being floated around. And hey, maybe I should nominate President Donald J. Trump tomorrow. But Sean, I did watch your show last night.
I just heard, oh, wait, hold on. I just heard his blood pressure go up.
I should nominate President Donald J. Trump tomorrow. But Sean, I did watch your show last night. And I want to set the record straight on this motion.
We're going to pick Jim Jordan one day, Donald's the other day.
So is Hannity kind of resorting to calling Trump a game show host again?
Trump the next day?
This motion to vacate, because he did not give us this motion to vacate. I'm showing there's a whole consensus of other candidates that could be nominated.
I'm trying to understand how you're thinking here.
This motion to vacate, Sean, you need to understand.
I don't understand why you're not just voting for McCarthy. You should just vote for him. It's McCarthy. I don't understand why you wouldn't do that.
That Kevin McCarthy did not give us my hard red line.
He fought for it.
And this is a century-old, centuries. No, he did not.
No.
I honestly didn't think Hannity was this bad. Damn. You guys think people just don't like him because it's fun? No, the guy's a joke. He's a McCarthy Republican, meaning that he's only a Republican in name. He has personally tried to help the Biden family with all their shady shit. Like he's shady.
Well, I know that he made the
promise. That was written by Thomas Jefferson.
I know he made the promise
since
because
1837 with 5 members, Sean, with 5 members, not one member to offer the motion to vacate.
So my question is this:
Nancy Pelosi's
you haven't answered my question. So if you have.
You cannot demand more responsibility.
Yesterday you supported Jordan. Today you're supporting
Sean.
Donald.
That's not the way this works. We need a check and a balance on the third in line.
Who is your Let's have a final answer. Who do you want to be Speaker of the House?
Maybe that's for the conference to decide. We need to come together.
Who do you want? I'm asking who you want.
What does it look like, life after Kevin? We need to find somebody who can actually unify the Republican Party. I have offered plenty of names.
I would like to know.
He should be embarrassed about this. Hannity helped the Biden family. Didn't I just explain that?
Other folks start offering.
There are 203 people, and you have 20. I respect the 20 of you. I respect all of you. But I'm asking you, based on your own words,
you as well.
Who is your final? Let's have a final answer. Who do you want? Who will you only support to be Speaker? It's not that hard.
I am willing to have conversations with the Republican conference to come up with a consensus candidate. We are offering people right now. It doesn't have to be a member of the Freedom Caucus. It doesn't even have to be a solid conservative.
By the way,
but we have
more than
to have
half
those
the Freedom
tools
Caucus supports McCarthy. So you don't even have a name.
Because
and we're now going into day 3.
Are afraid when you are threatened by committee chairmen to not be placed by steering members.
Right, let me ask a final question. If your final candidate
placed on a committee, and then Kevin McCarthy affirms that, that's a scary place to be. We are here to legislate. We are here to get the country.
I like how it's like, no, that doesn't happen. That's not happening.
Back on track. And when you have people making threats like that, it's difficult to make that decision. But we are going to get there. I am fine doing this. We're in day 2. It's okay. The government isn't spending money, sending it to Ukraine. So the American taxpayers are certainly winning.
Politically, Congresswoman, you and I agree on most things. We don't disagree on many things.
Yes, we do, Sean.
And I do have respect for you.
And I believe that history will show that I'm on the right side of this, Sean.
I respect you, but however...
well, you can believe in your position, but I'm using your words. You said to President Trump, you said, we're very clear, he doesn't have 218, so you need to ask him to withdraw. If by Friday, you and your group of 20 don't have a name with 30 votes, is it time for you to withdraw? And if...
They're not running. They're not running.
Not, why do you support a double standard? Last question.
Kevin McCarthy does not have 218 votes. Kevin McCarthy
will
not be Speaker.
And you have 20. I asked you a very specific question. If by Friday...
They're not running somebody. I don't know why she's not just saying that. She could just be like, we're not running anybody. We're just not voting for McCarthy. You didn't have to be a dick about it. Well, it's just kind of who I am. And I explained it twice so far. I'll explain it again, though. Sean Hannity, and we covered this on the AAA years ago. Sean Hannity tried to personally petition Donald Trump for a full pardon of everything Hunter Biden was doing. He tried to personally petition Donald Trump to give Hunter Biden full immunity and a full pardon on everything that he was involved with on like the last week or so of Trump's presidency. Pointing out these people have 10% of the party, 20 out of 220, when there weren't 10 of them just 7 years ago is not the win Hannity thinks it is. None of this is the win Hannity thinks it is.
When we get this right, 30. I will not, Sean. I will not withdraw. Our asks were not petty of Kevin.
But listen to him slam his hand around. Listen to this.
Right, 30. I will not, Sean. I will not withdraw. Our asks were not petty of Kevin McCarthy. They were not self-serving. We simply were asking for commitments on what the American people want to see. They want to see a vote on term limits, a vote on the Texas border plan to secure the southern border. And for crying out loud, Sean, we asked for a vote.
Yeah, no problem, Sonic Boom. He is a rhino establishment through and through.
On a budget that actually balances. Imagine Imagine a Congress that stops
So if
spending
you
money
only
that
have
we don't
30
have. We are
people
going to get
supporting
this
you.
right, and we are
I like how it slowly goes up. Oh, it's just some of you. It's actually 20. Well, actually, it's 30.
going to get the right speaker, Sean.
If you only have 30, to be clear, you will not withdraw.
30 is going to be a beautiful number
But you're
to
telling
reach.
Kevin McCarthy and the 203 people that support him to withdraw because they don't have 218. That's what you're saying.
Look, it's obvious by tonight's motion to adjourn that Kevin McCarthy and his supporters are already getting voter fatigue. And
I asked you a simple question, Congresswoman. I feel like I'm getting a liberal
I'm not going
an
to
answer
support
from a
Kevin
liberal.
McCarthy, Sean.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting an answer from a liberal. Jesus.
Okay, so even if you only have 30 votes,
Kevin McCarthy,
you will not abide by what you told President Trump to abide by.
Which I don't believe I will be.
I feel like we've made progress.
Look, I love President Trump. You're not going to turn me on him. You're not going to pit him against me.
Not trying to pit him against.
I mean, Hannity, that is kind of what you're doing.
Against you. That's what you said to him.
And I am standing. I have seen the broken trust. I have seen the lack of accountability. Well, we are getting phone calls saying that we need to stop this. Kevin does not have the votes for speaker. Period. We need to find a consensus candidate, get this right, and get our country back on track. Thanks so much, Sean.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Oh boy. Do you guys want to see another one, this time with Matt Gaetz? You guys want another one? I want another one. Hannity threw Trump under a bus. He's a hypocrite. Oh, he absolutely is. Now, I wonder if this is them going to be nice or if Hannity's going to hold that same thing. Hannity spars with Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert over GOP speaker race divide. I'm curious how this is going to play out. And Matt Gaetz is going to be involved too. So, if you want, cue up those Matt base donations.
All right, welcome back to Hannity. We continue with our live studio audience this Friday night. Now it's time for the Hannity Hot Seat, and we are joined by two of the 6 House members, those that have been against Kevin McCarthy in every vote to date. Now the question tonight is, will their opposition continue in the next vote, which is likely in less than an hour? And joining us now, Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert and Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. Good to see you both. I've been in contact with you both this week. Matt yelled at me
Sean.
once or twice. By the way, Laura, Congresswoman, can we settle something? We had a passionate debate this week.
We did.
Now,
Sean, I welcome you.
She's already getting in there. Oh, God.
To get passionate like that all the time because LaurenForFreedom.com blew up that night.
He's like, why didn't we dump that?
I hope I raised a lot of money for your next campaign.
Somebody needs to teach Matt Gaetz how to smile like a human.
Or helped you raise money. But I said to you during that debate, it's interesting how people perceive things. I said, there's probably very little we disagree on. And where I was frustrated was, well, you didn't answer the question. And I have a pet peeve about that.
Oh, he's still going to try and do it. Oh, Hannity, not a good start.
But it's not, I've never been opposed to you. And I said on the air the next day, I said, no, we were texting after the debate. And I said, no, we're friends. We just had a disagreement in terms of whether or not the agenda items were in cement. I thought.
And that's the thing, is that's fair. You can have friends you disagree with naturally, but you were mad that they're not voting for who you want. You're being an asshole.
They were. Did you perceive it the same way?
Oh, he is still butthurt. We will take
Jerusalem. Deus vult, Deus vult, Deus vult, Deus vult.
Well, you vote for McCarthy, sure, but Joe's no longer with us. Thank you, Matt. Oh, well, 10% to goal. Nicely done, guys. Well, just about 10%.
Sean, I thought it was a very exhilarating debate that we had. And usually I'm one of the 20 people who are opposing something and you are cheering on. So, we just were on a different side on this issue. And then, of course, there were others on the show like Trey Gowdy that said that we were on there just for personal gain and holding out for that. And nothing could be further from the truth. Myself, Matt Gaetz, and every single one of the 20 conservatives that demanded these changes did so for the good of the country, full stop.
Where are you tonight on Kevin McCarthy?
Oh, let's see if we can hear the blood pressure again.
Well, I believe that when this is all over, everyone from the Speaker's office to my more moderate colleagues, even friends and allies that I've exchanged some tough words with, like yourself, we will work together to deliver historic fundamental changes in D.C. We will have conservative solutions on important issues facing the American people. So we'll see how tonight goes. I think that there are some things that we need to get locked in and make sure that we are able to deliver on these promises.
Are you confident, say, by Monday, the latest, that this will be over and Kevin will be the speaker and you will have the assurances that you need that all the agenda items you have campaigned on and that you fought for are going to be implemented by the new Congress?
I sure hope by Monday we see something, something that is promising.
I like how she just didn't say yes. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
To deliver for the American people. And I truly believe that after months of the negotiations that we've seen and a few extra days even of being assembled on the House floor, Republicans are going to be far more.
Oh, that's because I am, Sam, and the Shield.
More prepared to lead and more prepared to govern than ever before.
Matt Gaetz, where are you tonight?
Well, Sean, this has never been about me or Kevin McCarthy. It's about the American people. And the American people want to know that the rules of the House of Representatives would never allow something like this terrible, horrendous omnibus bill to ever pass ever again. And that's what Congresswoman Boebert and I have been working on. And while I know that sometimes these discussions can be a little awkward up front, I guess it's like a prenuptial agreement that you'd be preparing. Sometimes there can be some uncomfortable moments in the preparation, but it can be necessary. I am excited and encouraged. I am grateful that Speaker-designate McCarthy has been so receptive to each and every change that we have demanded. And Sean, we're at the stage right now where I'm running out of stuff to ask for. I mean, read the bills, have a balanced budget, have a border plan. Yes. Kevin McCarthy is agreeing to all these things. And again, it's never been about him. It's been.
I cannot stress this enough. They have to get concessions from their own party leader.
About draining the swamp, making this a more honest, transparent, open place. And we may have a few finishing touches. We may be able to get this resolved tonight, but I am proud of the entire Republican conference, and we're going to be stronger and more unified and more able to.
Which is fine. Like, if they saw fit to vote for McCarthy, then they saw fit to vote for him. But they made him sweat it out. They made him think about what he was doing. They made him work for it, which I am okay with.
Hold this administration accountable because we have had these early moments of sorting things out.
So we had communication in December, pretty early in December, and you're free to talk about anything you want. And my admonition to a number of people, because I saw all of this coming, I would have preferred that it happened before January 3rd. We ultimately seem to have gotten there. Was I wrong in anticipating that this was headed in this direction? Would it have been better to maybe do it behind closed doors?
Well, Sean, I love you, but if I would have voted for Speaker McCarthy when you asked
yeah, I don't believe that.
Me to on Monday, we wouldn't have the spending caps. We wouldn't have points of order available for members. So
I mean, you did. You kind of did. A little bit did.
I would say
you may love me, but that's not what I asked you.
We did very well driving a hard bargain.
What I said was, correct me if I'm wrong, I wanted everybody early on, way before January 3rd, to get in a room, lock the door, check their egos, check your phone, fight it out behind closed doors, and be ready on January 3rd. Now, with that said, you know what? None of this has ever...
With that said, you know what? Go fuck yourself. You know he wanted to say that.
Never bothered me. I think at the end, if this would go on another week, I think it would drive the American people nuts. But ultimately, it is the agenda to save this country. This country's in a mess. The Democrats have run this country into a ditch. This president doesn't know what day it is. Look at the debt. Look at energy policy. Look at our borders, our southern borders. We need a united Republican Party to fight hard. I think we now have that. Is that a fair statement, Matt Gaetz?
I really think that we are coalescing around that vision. I'm very optimistic about where we are right now. Good. But we simply would not allow business as usual to continue. And that wasn't personal toward anyone. That was a problem with Washington that existed under both Republicans and Democrats. And Lauren Boebert and I hear from our constituents that they want this town to change. And these fundamental changes, if we can get the finishing touches on them, they will.
But the thing, I appreciate what he's doing and I understand what he's saying. But here's the thing is I don't think that they're going to get those fundamental changes because that's exactly what they are, fundamental changes. While they are politicians and I inherently don't trust what they say, I feel like Gaetz and Boebert are coming from a point of view I would agree with more than the kind of shit Hannity's coming from, where it's just vote for who I say because it's a Republican.
Far outlast Lauren Boebert and I. They will far outlast Kevin McCarthy, and they will be there to deliver for the American people and stop these terrible spending bills that are pushing our country into debt and borrowing against the futures of the next generations.
I mean, we don't agree on it because you told them to vote for it before that was even talked about, and you wear a CIA pin.
We just disagreed at different points. I know things had been agreed to behind closed doors, and maybe it didn't filter down to the rank and file, but also people did want an agreement. They wanted it in writing. They wanted greater commitments. I really don't fault anybody for that. At the end of the day, it's about the country. It's about serving your constituents. It's about the American people and serving.
And them voting the way they did for so long was serving the constituents.
Them. They are the people that would get hurt if you don't do your job. Anyway, Congressman Gaetz, always.
People will get hurt if you don't do your job. Okay, Hannity.
Great to have you. Congresswoman Boebert, you know what?
God, he is so embarrassing. He is so embarrassing.
So you may remember.
Anyway.